All right, finished up a solid week of practice there. Our focus Friday, the guys were locked in. Everything ran smoothly. I love where we're headed just with the communication. You know, when I hear the guys chattering, talking, and I can feel, you know, just the sense of urgency on both sides, just getting set, getting our cues, and executing that way. I know that we're trying to set standards for us for each day, our work Wednesday, our turnover Thursday, which it was from this past week, and then our focus Friday, putting together great weeks so that we can continue to improve our systems. How did Icky look this week? What was his energy level? It was great. You know, we ramped him up every day and got him a few more reps each time. You know, he finished off a great practice today, but again, we have to just kind of still take this thing a day at a time to see how he wakes up tomorrow after accumulating a couple of days of work.
Feel pretty good about his status as well as Hunter's?
I do. I feel pretty good about it, but again, I think, you know, we'll get the rest of the injury report out, you know, later on today. But you know, again, for us, it's like making sure we can stack those days. But sometimes things present, you know, the following day, so we got to follow up with those guys tomorrow morning and see where we're at.
Let me ask you this: how did Hunter move around this week?
Pretty good. Yeah, he was limited for a couple of the days, so wanted to make sure he got his work in, and then wanted to just touch base with him to see, you know, how he was feeling after accumulating the reps.
Dave, what's the benefit of playing on the road to open the season twice before coming home week 3?
I mean, I just think of every opportunity as a championship opportunity. You know, you have to be able to play competitively. You have to be able to execute whether you're at home or whether you're on the road. Certainly, you know, the challenges of the noise, right? Working on the silent cadence, it gives us a lot of good work knowing we're going to need that as we continue to go on during the season. So I try to present every game as an opportunity to get our football together, to experience the road environments, to experience night games and the different things that come with prepping for those days. And then also when you're playing at 1 o'clock, like having a plan to wake up, having a plan to be ready. When do you eat? When do you prepare your body? So, you know, playing on the road just presents good things being in the hotel, you know, and having those rhythms.
How much do you think the familiarity of playing them so recently, I guess, from last year can help you guys, at least from a game planning standpoint?
It goes both ways. You know, they have their schemes. Coach Gannon has done a great job going into the third season of developing their schemes in all phases. And so there's a lot of information there. But again, we have to look at the most recent information that we have and try to, you know, use that. And they're also looking at us and seeing our schemes and looking at last week's game and saying, hey, some of these things are similar. Here's a couple of wrinkles. So, you know, it goes both ways really for both teams. And certainly in terms of preparation, you know, you can try to anticipate, you know, in different situations what they might do.
You've seen, besides Bryce, step up and take a leadership role this week to try to get things back on track?
It's the same guys. It's the same message. You know, it's the urgency. All the guys just challenging each other to capture the energy that we need during our week where we put in the work. Is our practices should look like this. It felt like that. The guys got together, challenged each other, and there was great speeds, great physical play. You know, the last 2 days, and then today, knowing the main emphasis is focus. You know, for Fridays, and so I just saw the guys just continuing to grab the group together. Here we go. Every play is important, and I felt that from them.
You have your captains and your glue guys and stuff like that, but it seems like A'Shawn Robinson and Chuba Hubbard in particular are guys that are like by example players. I mean, they'll speak up obviously.
Absolutely.
But what's their importance to the overall like mixture of this roster and this locker room?
It's how they play. It's how they prepare themselves. It's their professionalism and how they take care of their bodies, how they go about their meetings, taking notes, asking great questions. So there's a number of guys, you know, who may not have a C on their jersey, who I consider captains and leaders on this team.
Dave, did you address your team at all this week about what was a tumultuous day, Wednesday, for our country?
I honestly try to keep it focused on the football and try to allow them to have a safe space in general. You know, and I just, you know, I think that, you know, that focus right there, while we had a lot of conversations one-on-one and with some of the leaders and all that, you know, it's for us, you know, it's like, okay, let's get back to work. This is a space where you get to be focused on what we're doing.